What's up, y'all? It's Mamadou Njai, founder of DIM University, coming in to chat with you a little bit about our shift. We shifted from the name DIM Events to DIM University because one of our major focuses now has become building opportunities for students across the world. One of the things I love about DIM University is our international students. Now, these students come from Johannesburg, Toronto, London, and from that unique cultural identity, they all come together and work as one.
I really like the international side of the internship.
We're all working collaboratively.
We always supported each other. Hey, is this too much work for you?
I found very good the fact that all of these different people came together to work.
I think I've learned so much, and not just about work, but about myself.
A lot of people ask, what's a program manager? And it came from a book that I read. I was inspired by Simon Sinek's Leaders Eat Last. And it really talked about how we do not prepare our society to become leaders. You see a lot of training on how people should get great at their jobs in the doing or the execution of objectives, but we don't see a lot of leadership training. So you're just promoting these people who are great at their jobs, but they don't know how to be compassionate and sympathetic to other people who might be in positions below them. So this program that we created is created to teach people how to be sympathetic and how to have compassion when leading. Not just saying, hey, do this and do that, but hey, I noticed that this wasn't as great today, but are you okay? Is there something going on with you? And really checking in on the humanity of the people that they're leading rather than just the work objective that needs to get done.
Stepping into a manager role is actually more of my strength. Communicating within all of my groups and communicating with all the interns and communicating with you has just gotten easier.
Being an interim manager is managing groups. It's not just about working in social media or DIM studios, but it's about managing and taking the leadership role. It's a bigger challenge than just being an IO intern. So I like that idea, and that's why I decided to join and try a new role.
I just didn't know that I could do all of this in general. The PR side, then also helping with the event. I knew we would be doing a lot in this internship, but I didn't know how all the different internships would be incorporated with each other, marketing and events and the social media people. So I didn't realize that I was capable of learning all this and catching on, I would say.
And I think I found more so my niche in creativity. I'm never gonna be a graphic designer or an artist, but I think that I worked a lot more with event concepts, and that's kind of where my creativity came through. So I used the example of Women Unbound and how I kind of came up with the event concept literally my very first day as being a manager, and then ended up seeing it through to the end.
But I think I've become more creative in my intern manager role because I've been able to help interns find solutions to different problems and projects and help them with different questions they may have. And I've helped them to craft pitches and event ideas. So I think I've been able to be creative in that sense. I think communication is a place that I'm pretty strong in, especially in the intern manager role, just because that takes communication between the other intern managers and you, and then communicating with interns and the groups you're running. So yeah.
At DIM University, I love the workshop experiences we put together. We always try to do something that's going to be comfortable for the students, and it's curated for students, literally by students. So some of those workshops are Black Fatigue, where we talk about the Black experience in the workplace. Another one is Women Unbound, where we're really bringing women from all around the world together, talk about things that they're seeing in their workspace and how to better those situations for the women in that space. So one of my favorite events is Breathwork. And I think it's my favorite just because it's so innovative. What we like to do is create more of a Zen type experience where we bring in a professional yoga instructor to walk us through breathing exercises, some light yoga to get us calm. And then from that, we talk about different topics within networking.
I'm gonna start with some breath work because get into the title of this event, and then we'll do some movements. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale it out. foot, inhale, bring your palms up, Urdhva Hastasana hands.
It's basically just get you back to the path of your heart. And that will eventually help you in your networking. And once you know that safe place, you can feel safe to interact and connect to others.
And I love that experience because it takes all those nerves out of networking and it makes it very, very chill and relaxing. So as you all know, we work with students of life, and all that means is wherever you are, we're ready to meet you there. So we do this by workshops, such as our Black Fatigue workshop, where we help and evolve what that Black experience looks like. So part of that is educating non-Black students how to work better with Black students. And that is a workshop where we focus in on building the right dialogue to have.
When I think of Black fatigue, I think of it as just being exhausted with the task of trying to fix the problem that has been plaguing you all of your life.
I work in sports, so it's kind of a white man's world, and I'm a Black woman. So it's like, how do I continuously find ways to get recognition without being overly assertive? Like, you're not able to show up as your authentic self. And so that's kind of how I would define Black fatigue.
Thank y'all again. Like, I don't know, it's just a whole new perspective, especially for me. Definitely opened up my eyes a lot wider.
Being able to have the courageous conversation of just saying you don't know and saying that you want to learn more and that you're doing the due diligence of doing that either on your own or through research, like that holds a lot of weight.
Black professionals, you have to kind of keep your head on a swivel just because other people sometimes simply want to get you in trouble or fired. And it's like, how do you survive or just fight against those kind of work environments?
We need to be each other's advocates, and that's difficult to do sometimes, and it's hard to find someone. So either you find someone you're an advocate, or at the same time you're your own advocate.
Another event we do is Women Unbound. Now, Women Unbound is a great example of how we work in the DIM University experience. Women Unbound was actually created by our intern, Savannah. She had this vision of bringing women from all across the world together to really chat about the issues that they were dealing with, but then also how do we move forward from that and how can we grow and build together to create this bond.
You know, that saying of, "Cállate, te ves más bonita," quiet, you look more beautiful. And it's like, no, like, I don't want to look beautiful. I want to make some money. Like, you know, I have to get up in my career.
You have to choose a path that is going to resonate with you and that's going to make you happy. It's okay to be the person or the one that speaks out or takes a different path, as long as you're following your instincts and your gut and what you know you want to do, because you're living this life for you.
The idea of an entrepreneur, had you have asked me 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh, that's just obviously a guy, right? Hopefully, being young and using my platform and Girls in Business UK, I'm kind of helping pave a way for that idea and that stereotype of an entrepreneur to change from what we might have thought it was a few years ago to what it is now, that you can be 13 and be an entrepreneur.
Relying on your network around you, having conversations with other women, with allies, because many times as well, it's nice to talk, build your network so that you are able to have those really great relationships and conversations with people to continue to move yourself forward and move the people around you forward as well.
Once you can recognize that there are people who are out there for your advancement, who are truly invested in you succeeding. And once I started to lean on those people, I felt more like the world was open to me to do what I wanted to do or to try different things. Be open to the opportunity of having mentors or hearing from others, because community really can take you places.
So every year we love to do a huge give back at DIM University, and Vision Alive Conference is that conference. This is a time where you can network, build your resume, go to different experiential workshops, and meet like-minded individuals who are in your career from all across the world.
just having a positive attitude about where you're at. Like, you're young, this is an exciting time.
Look at interviews as a conversation. Your personality can shine through. You're able to be yourself and be your authentic self.
Whether it's virtual or not, just be very mindful of your appearance.
The way you speak about someone and the way you speak about, something in business is really important.
I was never quote unquote actively looking for those things.
God was just like really putting the pieces and the hurdles and the building blocks together. And really it was like just building me up to be the resilient person that I am now. I know now that even then God was in control, despite me trying to control it myself.
Transferable skills is really the foundation of what you want to build your own personal brand on.
And that can cater to another job.
And you've built it throughout life. Like as professional, all of us right now, we're still learning. We can learn from you. Like you're always sharpening your skills. So it's a never ending, lifelong learning kind of thing.
You want the inspirational answer, you want the facts.
We want the facts, Mr. Brand. We want the facts, sir.
You're really able to create your brand, create a really solid online presence from the comfort of your own house.
I guess I gotta make it.
And I think you can make anything happen for yourself.
You almost need to put yourself out there and believe in your own source, essentially. So, it's like it is holding that confidence that what you have to offer is really important.
Well, Vision Alive Conference is all virtual, and I think that's one of the great things about DIM University is you don't have to be only in the US or in London or Johannesburg or Toronto. You can experience this whenever, and then if you RSVP for that event, then you'll also get the video footage if you weren't able to attend certain events. So that is our huge give back, so students can have this unique experience for themselves.